Hello and welcome to a wonderful Monday morning in early August in Gdansk. This is my favourite place in, well, I say in the world. I suppose I haven't been everywhere in the world. In fact, I haven't been to all that many places, but this is my favourite place of all of those I know. And this is the best time to visit because this is the time when the St. Dominican fair is on. And what I'm going to do, as it's Monday morning and there's not many people around, it's a reasonable time to start filming it. In fact, film part of it. I'm not going to film the whole thing because it'll take me ages. I believe it is the largest street market in Europe. Might be wrong on that one. Of course, it's a one-off. It happens from July, August, over a 3-week period, and it's been on the go since I think it's 1286. So it's probably the oldest market as well, regularly occurring in Europe. Here, and I'll just show you around. This is the best known site, the symbol in many cases of Gdansk, but I'll show you around a little bit as well. Look at this. This is the Motława River. There we have a swing bridge, a new swing bridge, which is closed every half an hour or something like that, and then opened. So you've got to time it if you want to use it. Of course, there's another bridge a bit further down, and here's some of these fantastic buildings alongside the quayside. That's what it once was. And now let's walk into where the trade fair is. Now, I picked this now to do this because when I tried doing it the weekend, there was just too many people, and that's, you're sort of filming, talking to yourself, then it's not quite the thing to do. But anyway, let's go through this wonderful grain loading point in Gdansk. The money for Gdansk has built itself on the grain business, and many of these large houses we see here were built by people in this business in the 18th century. Now, this market, if you like, is as I said, it's very big, and there's lots of things such as local products which are sold here, local handicrafts and the likes of that. There's a lot of food here this year, which there hasn't been so much in the past. And if you sort of caught any of the things which I sort of touched on the market in other videos I did, to sort of came a little bit close, then you'll see that there's Monday morning is definitely the best time to film, as there are not many people here. Now, I was talking of sort of local products such as honey and clothing. Unless some of these things may not actually be all that local. This might be from the south of Poland, but they're Polish products. But also we see large amounts of things which come from countries close by, and above all Lithuania as well. Now, I'm doing a lot to promote Poland on the site. Obviously, I try to say the bad things as well as the good things, and this is my favourite place for a reason. This is, I feel particularly good being here. Now, when I do motorhomes, I say to people, then if you see anything you like, then tell me and I'll come back and I'll do in more detail. It's a bit more difficult to do something like this. There's quite a lot of Hungarian stuff here as well. Oh, and this is quite an amusing thing here. It says this is the honorary consulate of the Republic of Moldova in Gdansk. There you are, and it's a wine shop. That's a pretty good idea. Sheep's cheese, which is somewhat unusual. Oh, I want to point this one out here because I find this quite amusing. This is drinks done in a style from the communist era. Now, I haven't actually tried them. In fact, I don't really want to try them because it'll be full of sugar. But that sort of did bring back memories for me, particularly these ones, these red ones. So, I mean, as in many places, there is a bit of a retro scene. And it's not that you look back on communism as being better, you look back on it and say, well, I was 20 years old then and I was in perfect health and that was better. That's why people look back on things which happened in the past. So this is Pomeranian Voivodes, what's that called? Council area. It's a regional, the region of the Gdansk region. So Poland's split up into another number, I think it's 15 off the top of my head, regions. And this is the local government, which is promoting local products from this region. And that is the sort of thing I ought to be doing videos on in more detail. For example, I'm coming to this place here who makes cheeses from the area of the mouth of the Vistula River, and I've agreed to come to them to film tomorrow. Now, on Saturday, on Saturdays, I do my live broadcast. And I thought I'd do my live broadcast from this part of the fair, the fair, is that the right word? The market. And the idea from doing it from here was, I thought I got the atmosphere. Thing is, this year it's much bigger than in previous years. Well, just look down there. So we've got the stands. We've got this magnificent church, which I believe is the second largest brick church in the world. I was told that in 1981, and I continue to believe it. So this is where the food is. So you've got sort of them sausages there. You've got some chips here. These Belgian chips are pretty popular now. And here we have, this is Ukrainian food, pierogi, which is pierogi in the United States, and potato pancakes, which is a very, it's a part of a regional culture from here. Seafood by La Pampa. I keep getting stuff from them on Facebook. I don't know why they keep sending it to me. And here we have a brewery, Sherbs, which is on the much further the south near Płock, and right, burger and chips. Well, okay, I wanted to show something which is Polish. So here we have sort of fat on bread, which mightn't sound very nice, but well, I believe that animal fat is very, very healthy. Oh, some Hungarian stuff, but they haven't started yet. And that's a fried dough cake thing, and this here is alcohol, I think. And now we have these chimney cakes, which comes from Hungary, being made. And one thing I remember very strongly about the socialist era, they have sort of donuts and things like this in the windows, and there'll be lots of wasps hanging around as well. But anyway, the wasps don't eat much, so not to worry. There we have cheeses from the region of southern Poland, from Nowy Targ. And here they've got this, what I would call a, it's like the food court here, so you can go in there. This year they put music on, which they didn't do in the past, but you can sort of just go in there, take your food, and you sit down, as you do in the food court in a supermarket, a hypermarket, sorry, not a hypermarket, in a retail centre, for example. You know, you've got McDonald's and Burger King and Taco Bell or whoever else, and you've got seats around, so you can go and sit where you want. Vegan and organic stuff, which is gaining in popularity, but still not really what it is. Been invited to for a taste, right? So local sort of local Polish alcohols, food stuff, more cheeses from the south of Poland. This is something which, however, is often actually associated with Poland. I don't quite know why. Maybe it's manufactured here, but it's more like sort of thing you get in, for example, Turkey. I'll just say that, Turkey. Lithuanian food stuff. See, there's no one here, so you've got all these sausages here. I worked in Lithuania. I was a privatization advisor to the real estate sector. That was a long time ago. But whilst I was there, I took a fancy this bread. I really like this dark bread, this caramel bread. It's got a lot of sugar in it though, and they add sugar to it. But it's super tasty. Maybe I'll get some now. Okay, Greek stuff. And sort of what I expect really from Poland is preserves and honey, which we have there. You know, through the other side as well. Because over there, I got these Belgian chips there the other day. You have some olives and from Spain. And 2 years ago, there was this fantastic ice cream here, and they're not there. I was rather disappointed that they hadn't come here. Fortunately, I took a photograph of them, and I know where they're from. They're from a place called Shrem, which is not that far from here. So I'll write to them, ask them why they weren't here. Okay, Azerbaijani food. I need to point out, of course, that buying stuff from here is somewhat expensive. It needs to be understood why these people have got a lot of money to pay for the stands. But then again, because of the amount of people who are here, it is an opportunity to cover some of their costs. You know, some Balkan wines, and yeah, I don't know what that is. Cheese. Yeah, Turkish stuff. But at the same time, look at the background where we're in as well. These wonderful old houses, and it says this word here is ecological. Lots of things seem to be ecological, using this word ecological, but maybe not really understanding what it means. I'll just show you these cheeses there, which are heated and often eaten with cranberry jam or something like that. Wooden made products, and here's a company, Przyprawy Świata. They do spices, and I buy stuff from them via the post. And in fact, every day for the last 2 years, and I don't think I'm except those days when I've been fasting, I've eaten products of theirs. How about that? Now, more views of stuff you can get here. As my sister called it in Krakow, she called it tat, and so that's okay. We'll call it sort of. No, I'm exaggerating, but maybe it isn't all that bad. And so I'm just going to show you a little bit more, because I think it's, in my opinion, it's sort of worth seeing. This Haribo all over the place. Now Haribo, which is in various countries, and the owners of the company set up a hotel somewhere on the Rhine. And anyway, I thought I'd go and see it one day, never did. Yeah, Lithuania, it says there. Now, one thing I recall from the old days of some of my socialist days was this hall here, this market, this covered market, which has clearly existed since the 19th century. Oh, let's show some more Lithuanian products. Don't know what that is. Doesn't look very Lithuanian to me. And so here we have some, okay, it's meant to be Lithuanian products, but not all of them. Cheburek is more Tatar in my opinion, but anyway, so Lithuanian food. And something I do actually want to park. We've got the markets here all the time, so it's not just because of this event, but the food market, which is down there. But on two of these lorries, one has got this thing that says ice cream, Atom ice cream. What they do with that is they get the fruit and they take it down to minus 196 degrees. They freeze it at that temperature and then they use it in their product. Now, on the management board of a company, it does something similar, but for health reasons, it does. So it grinds the products at minus 196, and the theory is that this gives better bioaccessibility. In their case, the idea is that it will give a better taste to it from when it's frozen. Now here in this very interesting Mercedes 100D vehicle, we've got the cheburek. Now cheburek comes from the Crimea. It's like a pie. It's like with the filling, but the dough for the pie is fried. And when you get it for something like this and it's fresh, because you have to sort of queue up whilst they're making it, and it's absolutely, in my opinion, it's very tasty. Now, I went to a place yesterday, which I'm going to film, where a couple of young people set up their own restaurant with it. I was in there yesterday with a friend, and I thought it was fantastic. It was really just the sort of place that really appeals to me. So, I mentioned the market, which is there, which I recall. There you are. Country bread and cheeses from Nowy Targ. That's some Greece. And that's from Turkey. That could be from Turkey, sorry. So from Turkey or Greece. And I'm going to sort of end my little tour here because I just wanted to sort of give you a taste, pun intended, of what you can actually see here. And przepraszam. But anyway, so that gives you an overall look at this market. So thanks very much for watching, and as I say, this is my favourite place, so I'm a bit biased, but there's a lot more of this sort of thing on this channel. I think Gdansk is by far the best place. Oh, I've mentioned that, didn't I? And hey, I'll just finish off with something from the old days. There used to be this from socialist period. There was Aeroflot had their offices up there in the communist times, and on the 13th there would be like a riot, because that 13th was the day of martial law, and it used to get smashed up, but it got repaired every single time. Anyway, that's going back 40 years. Right, so this is me in Gdansk, and at this wonderful outdoor event, which is about 5 times bigger than I showed you, but I showed you the bit that interests me. That is to say, where the food is. So, once more, thanks for watching, and all the best from sunny Gdansk.